Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here. We were for more of a hat in time. In the last episode, Hat Kid got a rude awakening, which actually turned out to be good news as she was halfway home. But a Mafia, without wearing a spacesuit in the vacuum of space, was knocking down on her front door, right next to the control room. But that patch right over there, you can see the quick little patch job Hat Kid's done. And we got blasted into orbit to Mafia Town, as well as all of our timepieces, all of our fuel. But in the last episode, we retrieved one timepiece, which is enough to re-energize our ship. Let's just do just that. Boop. And she does a little dance, as you can see in her silhouette over there. Power's been restored in the main hall. The chapter Mafia Town is now available. Yes, this is how we get to other worlds, or just choose our missions for each world. So this is basically our hub, and we need timepieces in order to access it. So it weren't in there before, but the place now has power. Now, if there's a little bit of a graphical change, it's because I've changed a few settings on how I capture and record this. In fact, that is something I haven't covered in the last episode, which I was going to leave for this episode because last episode was filled to the brim with information as it is. So let's get into some of the stuff here. Settings. We've got game settings. We've got 3 different languages, which is kind of cool. I think the game was English only, but modders actually got such recognition, they got compensated, and the mods got actually put into the game as language options. That's pretty cool. There's the speedrun timer I was mentioning in the last episode. That's how we check our time. So if I just game timer only, as you can see here, I've been playing for 35 minutes on this file. So that's pretty cool. Field of view, have it on TV because why not? And yeah, got some development settings as well. No saving, disable mods, so you can have it vanilla, which is what other console versions are going to be. I'm recording at 900p because I have mentioned many times I can play this game at 1080p 60 frames unless in the very few levels where there's rain. So I tend to play at 900p at 60 frames or 1080p 30 frames to keep things stable. And for the recording purposes, I'm doing it 900p, but it's pretty much close. I mean, it's smooth enough. I could bump it up to 1080p, but I don't really need to. Plus, I get all these settings because these are my current settings that I normally rock out with. So I'll just quickly scroll down for you guys, because like I said, the last episode was so full of info, and I still managed to squeeze it in 35 minutes without too much cutting, so I'm kind of happy about that. Master volume, input, settings that I don't really need to cover about, it just depends on what you've actually put in. You can do it in-game as well, but yeah. So, yeah, let's have a little explore around the ship, since we didn't do a lot of that in the last episode. So we got the captain's chair here. We couldn't do anything about these before, but now we can, because we have the brewery hat, so we'll quick switch to that with a tap at the right. And grab a bunch of money. Maybe we can use it for this thing. It's a small machine that takes tokens and gives a gift in return. Spend 3 tokens for a gift. This machine is the Rift Roulette. You either have to spend 3 Rift tokens or complete a time Rift level in order to have a chance on a spin. 3 Rift tokens for a spin, or completing a Rift token, completing a time Rift gives you 1 free spin. But there are 32 items to earn in the roulette, but there's only 31 items in the console versions. But no matter which version you play, you can only get 28 of them, because that's how many time rifts and tokens there are in the game that allow you to get them. However, in the PC version, there are mods. Get enough tokens through mods, mod rift tokens, or just complete a modded time rift level, and you'll be able to spin for additional items. Not only that, some mods don't give you items immediately. They stick them in the Rift Roulette, so it actually gives you more incentive to go out your way, and it feels more rewarding than just having it instantly. I would prefer to have instantly, but yeah. So we're in the kitchen right now. We didn't explore this that much because we had no reason to come in here before, but we can actually do that. Jelly burger, we already know about. It's a microwave used to punish food that's been bad. But yeah, this is our hub area for access to Mafia Town. We'll check that out in a minute, because in this episode, not only are we going to do a little bit more progress, but we're going to be messing with some mods. Let me pause. We have a mod section underneath here. Any mods that you've installed from the Steam Workshop on the PC version, go here. And they are automatically enabled, and whatever you have enabled or installed last will be the latest thing that'll be equipped. So you can imagine that after re-enabling everything, HackKid it automatically had stuff equipped. So I had to come back in the file, deactivate everything, back to what it was, and then leave again. But yes, we have stuff. We have dyes, and you might recognise a few choice favourites here. So dyes we haven't talked about before. They basically change the colour scheme, or sometimes even with mods, the costume completely of HackKid, her clothes. And some dyes can actually affect your hats as well. We've also got some hats here. If we go for the quick select, we have a bunch of hats we can choose, including a few additional extras. And we've got these 3 relics. Okay, I thought I had something else to show. Oh yes, badges. We also have new badges. Mods can give you new badges, which give you new abilities. Most hats and most flares from mods may not have special abilities and may just have duplicate abilities of hats in-game, but the hats that I've chosen actually have unique abilities. So, we're going to go through all those right now. First of all, if you guys are aware from my first, my 1,000 subscriber special bonus Let's Play, you might recognise these little accessories. Let me just do a certain attack here by pressing jump and then pressing X in midair. This takes away your homing attack, but it replaces it with a nice, fast moving jump that can do damage. Come on, HackKid, say it. Say it! There we are, she said it. Yes, the voice actor for HackKid actually made some lines with it. This is an official mod. This is Lilac's headpiece from the design of Freedom Planet 2. It basically lets HackKid do a cyclone from Sash Lilac from Freedom Planet. I like Freedom Planet, if that ain't obvious already. So that's the first mod already. We've got some other mods though. We've got hats. We have Raz's Goggles. Oh, that's the wrong one. Raz's Goggles. If anyone's played Psychonauts, which to be honest I haven't, this may be recognisable. Basically, hold the button down and you have a energy ball that you can move quite fast with and run over enemies. Also, you can only do a normal single jump, but it gives you a bigger hitbox for landing on enemies, but you don't get a lot of height. So it's kind of fast travel for us right now, but we already have the sprint hat, so... But yeah, this is also an official mod by one of the creators of A Hat in Time in order to launch the modding community. So that's quite cool as well. We also have some actual modding community stuff that's not actually available for the developers. The Raz's Goggles and the Lilac's headpiece are both official mods. These are unofficial. First we have the Sly Die, based off of Sly Cooper, which was an adventure platformer game from yesteryear, if you really want to call it like that. As this game is a homage to collectathons and platformers and the like, this is kind of fitting. I mean, if I go to our hat here, it gets affected by the colour, same with the brewing hat. The other hats, well, we don't have any other hats in-game, so we can't really see those right now. But we have a Sly hat, so we can be like Sly Cooper. Next, we have the good old-fashioned, it's a me, Mario. We have the plumber, and we have Cappy Cat. Well, you do have a normal Mario cap as a mod, but it's just a copy of the sprint hat. And you also have the wing cap, which I'm not using right now because that's actually kind of broken. I'm not using mods throughout this Let's Play that break the game. Even though this can break the game, I'm going to be using this one sparingly because Cappy works exactly as you think he does in Super Mario Odyssey. Hold the button down, he stays in place. You can whack stuff like your Rumba right here and get some pawns out of it. And some enemies you can actually capture and control. It is fully functional. You can also hold Cappy down, jump on him, and you get a nice little high jump out of it. And yeah, it pretty much works as you'd expect. Cappy works exactly as you would expect. I think I just said that twice. Redundancy! But we're going to go into a level with this because there is we need to see this hat in proper action, and we can't do that in our hub area. We completed Mafia Town, and we got a new stage that requires 5 ponds to do, but we also have a boss battle already. That's the act that we're going to do, because it's Act 2. We're not going to do Act 3, because that goes a little further. It doesn't matter if you do them in order, you still need to pay the cost in order to unlock it. So, we're not going to be doing that for now. But first, we're going back to Mafia Town. We've already completed this act. I'm going to enter anyway. We've already been here before. We did this in the last episode. We got a lot of stuff along the way, but we missed an achievement. But, considering that I was playing the game for the first time through, for you guys as well, I didn't want to do that, so we'll just... No, that's the button. That's how you skip. Just press the A button. We're here with Cappy. So what we're going to do is that we're going to try and find a few enemies that we can, or NPCs that we can actually overtake, so we can actually see this in action. However, there is a couple of problems with this hat, which I'll show in a moment. So these two Mafia dudes would talk. How about we just possess him? Hibuski! We can play as a Mafia. By the way, if I stand around for too long, our HUD will come back. For some reason, the game treats us as a completely different character. Which, I guess, is kind of funny in a way, because our pawns have gone back to 0. Even if we pause, we still have 172. It works as you would expect. You control the character. You can walk around, you can press your attack button to attack, we throw a punch, and even though most enemies won't actually react because you're on their alignment, they do actually react. This guy's wincing every time I whack him on the arm with a nice little brotherly slap. Problem! Which can also be a benefit, but it can be a curse at the same time. If you use the hat button again when you're possessing someone, you don't just pop out of them. You erase them from existence. And I do mean erase, not defeat, because it didn't drop a pawn when we did that. It erases that enemy, or NPC, from existence, and that breaks the game. You can actually softlock yourself in certain situations. For example, if I come to over here to finish the mission again early... Oh, by the way, I think we can't capture these guys. They just get knocked back because they're too weak. Oh, no, we can actually do it. We can bounce around. We can't actually attack because all they do is bounce around. And when they touch you, they give knockback. But yeah, we're just hopping about with them and they're just hopping about with me. We're all having a good time. Boop. I'm just going to do that. So yeah, as I was saying, this hat can actually break certain sequences. If I capture this guy, can I capture this guy? Yep. Oh, my lord. Oh, I broke the game! This is not what I meant about breaking the game! I captured him, and because I entered the event wall for the bloody cutscene, it broke the model. But I'm actually playing as the guy. But this is what I meant to show. That was unintentional. That was the first time I actually did that, and that kind of broke it. So there's a bit of glitchiness here. But remember, this is a mod, so don't expect it to be perfect. But I entered the cutscene while capturing him, and that's why it looked like that. But what I was going to show was... You need to defeat this Mafia in order to get the timepiece. If you capture him and then erase him from existence, you can't grab the timepiece. You have to beat him, trigger the cutscene for the timepiece to create that aura, Hat Kid to say thank you in order to grab it. But because we erased him from existence, we've skipped that trigger and we can't grab it. If I captured him after that cutscene, when he was actually running away, the same thing would have happened. I just happened to capture him and it made me enter the cutscene at the same time. And bugged out the game immensely, but yeah. Cappy's kind of stopped us from winning this mission. We can't do anything, so we need to leave. We are back in the hub, and I am actually going to go to mods here and quickly equip the wing cap. Mainly because I want to show how it works. As you see, it's automatically equipped because I just enabled the mod. As I already said, the latest mod that you equip, or enable, download, install, whatever, it's automatically applied, which I'm not exactly a fan of, because if you're starting a new game and you just install mods, Hat Kid's not going to be in a basic form. Yeah. So, I had to disable all mods for part 1. Now, here's the thing. The wing cap works exactly as you expect, without a timer. But, you can activate it whenever just by holding the button. But if you do it on the floor, she automatically does a little jump for you. Thing is, Hat Kid is quite light. Oh, and by the way, you can get stuck on the floor, which is not exactly helpful. If you let go while flying, you'll go into a free fall and you can't reactivate the hat. But, when swooping to gain height with this hat, Hat Kid can actually get a lot more height easier than Mario. Maybe because he's a fat ass, but not only that, but Hat Kid's just small and lighter in general. So it's really easy to fly around and break the game. The thing is, though, there is actually a better mod now. There is a Knight's hat that actually allows you to fly a lot easier without having to swoop. However, I prefer the Mario hat, the Mario wing cap, mainly because it is actually doesn't just break the game, but it challenges you to actually use the hat's mechanics as intended to explore, and it will make you take time in order to gain height. So yeah, so that's a thing, but I don't really want that equipped. By the way, do not deactivate mods when they're actually active on Hat Kid, because I've had the game crash before, so I have deactivated the wing cap so I can actually de-equip it. By the way, most new mod hats will appear in here. If they're flares, they're not going to appear, so keep that in mind. That was a lot for just Mario. Of course, he gets the spotlight, but we're not done. We now have a few additional dies. We have some Undertale dies. We've got Kara, of course. And the hat changes once again, but it also changes Hat Kid's hair to a nice deep brown. The eyes don't change red, though, which I think would have been a nice touch, but I don't think they change no matter what you do. But we also have a new mod. A no hat ability. It literally just removes the hat. So it's Hatless Kid. To be honest, some people say it's sacrilege. I find it adorable. Because you actually get, like, see the entirety of Hat Kid without the hat getting in the way. And not only that, but its ability, when you tap it, because there's no actual hat, you anime fall. Oh, she looks so hurt. Considering it's Kara. Kind of funny. But here's the thing. You know Wind Waker? There's something known as the zombie hover. Just mash the button. Zombie hovering! It's quite funny, but it has no use. It's just used for comedic effect. And I actually kind of love it. So it's kind of useless, but it's kind of cool at the same time. So let's go change our dye to something else. We've got Frisk dye. Here we are. And yeah, no stripes, but I guess that's for the hat. But we got a nice magenta cape that just looks awesome. And again, no hat. However, we have another hat that we can talk about, and that... Oh, wow, that changes as well. That's new. That must have been updated, because I didn't remember the sprint hat changing. Ah, that looks pretty spiffy. Remember, the game's always updating, and the mods are always changing as well, so some things may take me by surprise. But yeah, we got this hat. We got King Boo's crown. Use it, and you basically become invisible. This is an ability that is not built into the game. This is official, but it does have a recharge time, so it's not abusable. Enemies will not, well, most enemies will not see you and interact with you, so you can actually use it to get by. But for some sequenced events, that's not going to work to stop you from breaking the game. But we can try it. It may make some comedic moments in the LP. And that's pretty much all the hats I wanted to show off. And finally, I am the Great Papyrus! Yeah. Hats off to you, good sir. We have a Matsusuki, palette, I guess, dye, that is based off of the hit cult classic RPG maker game, Yumi Nikki. You know, explore through dreams and stuff. It's kind of creepy, but here, it looks adorable. I mean, I guess the Matsusuki also looks kind of like an adorable kind of design, but the game is not. It's exploring the psyche and everything. It's kind of crazy. I guess that's why it's got like that red paint behind the icon. Well, we got the opposite dye. I haven't shown this off yet, but it pretty much just inverts Hat Kid's colour scheme. I'm surprised this wasn't actually built into the game, but there is some points in the game where that can happen legitimately, but not in the way that you expect. And it actually kind of makes the hat match, but I'm surprised they didn't, you know, have it in-game. We're pretty much done with all the mods that I wanted to show off. So we're going to be actually continuing now, so if you guys had skipped ahead, then that is all good to you. I guess we'll stay as Papyrus for now, because what we're going to do is go back to Mission 1, and we're going to pretty much sequence break. Alright, so what we got to do to get this achievement, sequence breaking, is that we got to pretty much get to the end of this mission without even triggering Moustache Girl. What we got to do is... Hang on a second if I can angle it right. Nope. It's kind of a tricky jump to get here, but... Can I do that? There we go. Right, so if we're able to exit from the beginning spot, we can go straight to the end and get ourselves an achievement. Super quick, very easy, and then we can get to Act 2 of this mission, or this level, whatever you want to call it. So, I'm going to hold A to skip that. Just knock him out. And with that, we have the timepiece one final time, and if we grab it, because we did not trigger Moustache Girl at all, we never even met her, we sequence broke, and we got ourselves an achievement. I believe that's the only way to get the achievement. I can't be too sure if you can do it any other way, because as soon as you see the slow-mo cutscene where Moustache Girl takes out 2 Mafia, right at the beginning, you've lost the chance for the achievement, and you'll have to redo. So with that, we're pretty much done with that. So I feel like what we're going to do is I'm going to be Frisk for a bit, and we're going to go to the next mission. Off to Barrel Battle. I like how the Mafia are just smiling so cheesily, and yet they're holding Moustache Girl captive. Alright, so the way that acts are kind of structured in this game for the most part is that it starts you off near the area where the last act finished, so you can go on to the next one, so it's like a cohesive story. But here's something that I find really weird. You can't turn the camera here for some reason, and you cannot jump down this ledge until you do a wall jump here. I guess this is like your tutorial for wall jumping, but once you do, you've got camera back, and you can actually fall down this ledge like intended, which is what I actually want to do. Because if we actually come down this way, we come across a green token, or green vault code, right below the green vault itself. And there's 6 of these to grab. So let's take that guy out, because he got a cheap hit on me by hiding next to this cannon. By the way, this cannon will launch you through the island, all the way to the opposite end of the island, but we're not going to go that way for now, so we're not going to use it.
No one allowed into cave.
Fair enough. Not unless I use the cannon, though. You won't be able to stop that then, will ya? Maybe you shouldn't have put the cannon there. Oh, I thought I had the brewing hat on. So yeah, we're going to be using the mods, for some of these mods that I've showcased throughout the Let's Play. Of course, as I've already mentioned many times, the console versions do not have mods available, but the mods I'm using aren't game breaking, and they're not going to change the grand scheme of things or any of my strategies. So you can still follow through on console. I'm just using them for a little bit of flair and a showcase because I love the community. So let's come up this way, blow this open. Got 4 of the tokens already. I keep saying tokens, they're codes, not tokens. Tokens are something completely different, which we've already gone over. Where are the last codes? For some reason oh no, wait, I remember where one of them are, and it always catches me out. Go near the rocks, and it's right here, I believe? Where is it? Or did I already grab it? I hate this. But anyway, we need to come over here, because there is a sodding yarn here. I say that because there's sodding all over the place. Mafia sabotage and sod off. This is Moustache Girl's hidey place, I guess. She's got loads of like signs protesting of their existence. I mean, I know the Mafia are probably, you know, bad and whatnot. They don't seem too bad, but they're obviously a menace, and she's trying to take them out, but she's not having much luck, sadly. But we are part of her rebel squad, so... Oh! Almost missed that. Got 5 so far. Why am I missing the final one? Let's tap this. Oh, it's further up. Okay. Oh, I remember now. It's in the market area right next to this stairway. Which is kind of funny, actually, because we'll go back to this stairway later. So, yeah, that one always... There's always those 2 that catch me off. It's the one behind the rocks at the edge of the island, as well as that one in the market area. Because they're kind of out of the way. But once we pop this open... This is what I keep confusing myself with. We got our first Rift token. Use it on your spaceship's orb machine to gain cute rewards. Cute as heck, man. Cute as heck. Right, so, now that we got that done, we're not actually going to go out of our way to grab too many collectibles in this episode. We're actually going to keep it quite short and tame, because most of the episode's been eaten up by the mods, which is fine. Because we got a boss battle. I mean, the icon was a boss battle. Now, when I first played this game, I didn't think I could actually make these jumps until I realised that you can cancel out of a dash. And by doing so, we get yet another Rift token already. By the way, as I mentioned before, these are actually Rift tokens. They're not relics to converted because we haven't grabbed over 12 yet. So these are definitely Rift tokens, and they will always be. Let's blow that open because that didn't get blown up for some reason. Let's come down here, get some more money. I landed on my butt. That doesn't help. I have to recharge. There we go. Give me all that. Our magnet is coming really handy, and there is a chest over here.
Mafia see girl in red. Girls say Mafia bad and try attack, but Mafia throw her into ocean.
That's what makes you bad. That doesn't really help your case.
Mafia laugh at angry wet girl.
Whoa! This do not lewd up Moustache Girl. She'll pull a gun on your face. That's a meme, by the way. We got another relic in this chest right here. Once again, no rainbow effect. It's in a chest. That's a flying saucer. I wonder what that matches up with what we have so far. I mean, we got a train set, we got a train, and we got half a burger patty. I don't think any of those match, unless we're supposed to have, like, the top half of a burger be a flying saucer. I'm not... You don't have to go platform this way. I'm just doing it so I grab some money along the way, which is perfectly fine. Wait, is that all I needed to get? Yeah, that's actually everything that I needed to get. Platform with the docks of a green vault. Yeah, I've actually got everything in this episode so far already. We're almost done here. Just needed to check my notes because I've got... Like I said, I've planned this route out very meticulously.
I'm serious. Put me down, you big idiot.
Whoa! Shade is being thrown. Just like my potions.
What kind of man grabs an innocent little girl?
Hey, child, shoo! Mafia can't have child witness when Mafia teaching lesson.
I like how I got the potion just flying into the cutscene. It's just frozen in time. Get it?
What? This awkward for Mafia. Mafia not sure what to do. Boss, what do we do with eyewitness? Teach her lesson, boys.
Oh, looks like we've got a boss fight on our hands. And basically, he'll keep spawning the top one that's holding Moustache Girl will keep spawning his goons. Did I just attack one that I wasn't supposed to attack? Yep, screw it, I'm gonna take it. There we are. Get a double bounce on him. Let's switch to Raz's goggles and let's see that in action. Ibuski. Oh, wait. Hang on. Got him. Let's use this energy ball. Got him. So yeah, he's going to keep spawning his mooks until he's the only one left, and then Moustache Girl will be able to get away while trying to teach Hat Kid a lesson. Kind of repetitive for a first boss, but it's just to teach you about the combat of the game, effectively so, and it restricts you to a 2D movement. I cannot move up or down. I can't climb the TNT stack, and I cannot run away. I'm stuck to a 2D plane, and the game is going to do that quite often. That's the red ore I was talking about in the last episode. Do the same attack too many times against them, and they will be invincible to that attack. You'll have to do a different attack in order to continue damaging them. So if I keep doing the homing attack here, he might get triggered. He's taken 5 to the face already, and he's not going down yet.
Enough! Mafia won't bow to little girl. Prepare to feel Mafia's wrath.
Had to cut myself off there. But yeah, now he's throwing barrels at us like Donkey Kong, and they're going to explode as well.
Still.
All we got to do is dodge. Hence why I'm playing as Frisk. In fact, let's up the ante.
Do not think about avoiding.
Oh no! I told you there'd be comedic effect, unless I, get overzealous with it and I leave myself to the ending lag. That does not help. Now they're going to be bouncing around, so now we got to dodge them. You can go underneath them, you can jump over them, or you can just keep running away from them. Simple as. But yeah, these Mafia have way more health than they usually do. That's why I cut myself off with. Because I forgot that he talks right when he's about to start attacking himself. The thing is, the barrels don't collide against each other. So you gotta be careful.
This lead nowhere. Mafia need to take care of this Mafia style. Prepare to feel what Mafia do to old ladies.
I do not need to know what Mafia does to old ladies, especially if this is a kid. Just saying. Right, so let's use non-lethal force here, if you can call it non-lethal because it's gonna move. I'm nailing every jump without even home attacking. What the hell is this? I don't normally get this lucky with jumping, I say, as I completely whiff a few times there. Homing attack! That did not finish him off, that sucks. Have some Brelly. Brelly action. He's triggered. Bap! Bap again! He's still not going down! He's gone! Looks like the Mafia's blasting off again.
What's going on?
With that, guys, we're at the end of the episode. So, in the next episode, guys, we're going to meet up with Moustache Girl, see if she's alright, because she seems to have fled. And take this timepiece back to our ship once again.
Psh, can you believe them? What a bunch of losers. Hey, you're all right, new kid. Do you have a name?
Douchebag.
No? You shy? That's cool. You're a less talk, more fighting kind of girl, I take it. That thing you grabbed there, are you collecting them? Because I know where there's more of them. They've been raining from the sky ever since you arrived. I've seen the goons bring them to their headquarters way up there. We should go up there and get your junk! It'll be fun! I'll take any opportunity that involves messing up the Mafia. You with me, buddy?
I'm so confused.
Ha!